Hi, my name is Annabelle Daily. You're watching Simply Artistic. Today our guest is Sarah Jane Gembara. She's a senior at RB with a talent for artwork. Hi, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm good.
So how long have you been into painting?
Well, I've done it all through grade school. At my old school, art was just a class you kind of had to take, so I don't know. I've always enjoyed it, I guess.
Okay. All right, what got you started though?
Well, in about 7th grade, I really started finding out that I really enjoyed art. So I had a really good art teacher at my grade school, and she really encouraged me a lot. So I decided to take it up in high school and continued it.
So do you think this is a potential career interest?
Possibly. I'm really back and forth about that, actually. I'm considering either minoring in it or double majoring in art, depending on where I decide to go to school. So
what's your favorite medium to use?
Definitely watercolor. I've kind of discovered it this year that I don't know, I just really like the way it turns out and yeah, the depth it gives.
So is there a specific thing you like to paint?
People. I like painting people. I'd rather paint a picture, paint from a reference picture that has meaning to me than try to give meaning to a picture that is just a random picture, just because it really captures my interest and I really want to continue it, and yeah, people.
So what classes have you taken at RB that you use to participate in making your artwork?
Well, freshman year I took Fine Arts Survey, which was actually kind of fun. I enjoyed it. And then I took Visual Arts 1, which was drawing and painting back then, I guess. I don't know how they changed it, but I took Drawing 2 sophomore year, and then 3 and 4 junior, and now I'm in AP.
All right. What other activities are you in?
I've done Orchesis my freshman, sophomore, and junior year, and this year I'm not on the company, but I am choreographing, so I tap dance.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
What do you think is your favorite piece that you've done?
My favorite piece that I've done? I painted a picture of my great uncle. He lives in San Diego, and he was a hoarder. So my dad and I went out there, and we cleaned out his apartment. And yeah, he was a really interesting guy. He just lived a very interesting life, and I really liked painting him.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So what do you think of the art program at RB, and what kind of experience have you had with it?
I love the art program at RB. We have the best teachers ever. Mr. Gale is awesome. Jensen and Bartleson, they're all just really great. I had Mr. Grice my sophomore year. He was really, he was cool. But yeah, Mr. Jensen is probably one of my favorite teachers ever, so.
So has the art program at all been affected by the referendum, and has anything been cut?
Well, originally Art Club was cut, but they're starting it up again. So it's the past 3 weeks they've been meeting every Thursday. I haven't gotten to go yet just because I haven't had time, but I'm planning on going. So, yeah.
What inspires your art? What's your inspiration?
My inspiration is, like I said, I like drawing people, so people are really my inspiration. I don't know, I just, you can really tell what a person is feeling just by looking at them and body language and stuff. And it's really, it's really satisfying to be able to capture somebody perfectly.
All right, what's your favorite thing, do you think, about making art and being into art?
It's very therapeutic, just being able to sit down, focus all of your time and effort for a little bit, and it's really satisfying too when you look back and you realize wow, I actually took the time out to complete something, and it's just gives you a sense of accomplishment.
How many paintings do you think you've made?
Oh, I don't know. I start a lot of projects and I never finish them, and I just forget about them or throw them away. But I couldn't tell you, honestly.
What was your first, do you think, real picture that you were really proud of?
Oh, that's hard. Okay, 4th grade. We had to do portraits of somebody in our grade. So we'd be paired up with somebody and we had to draw each other. And I was paired up with Trevor Zaremba, and I painted a pretty good picture of him in his little red polo, and yeah, I was very proud of that.
Are you working anything now that you want to tell me about?
I'm kind of in between projects right now, but I have to start my concentration for AP Studio. We have to create about 12 pieces of work with one medium or like a similar medium that have a common theme. So I'm thinking about like portraying people standing in lines, like in different aspects, like either like waiting in line to get into a concert, or just like, I don't know. I'm still playing with the idea,
I get what
but
you mean.
and like a panorama. I like panoramas.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right, so when we come back, we're going to check out some of her artwork. All right, we're back on Simply Artistic with looking at some of Sarah Jane's artwork. So why don't you show us this first one you've got?
All right, I did this one my freshman year. I just thought I'd show it because that's one of the first things I've done in high school. The assignment was to do a still life and bring in just whatever random objects we wanted to. So I chose a point shoe, a polar bear stuffed animal, and a globe.
All right, and did this win any awards?
Yeah, it actually got honorable mention. Like little freshman me was very surprised.
That's awesome. Where was that?
Sorry?
Like where was the award from?
Oh, at the RB Art Show.
Oh, that's great.
Yep.
So why don't we look at the next one?
All right. This one I did over the summer as a summer project for AP Studio. This assignment was to take a picture of a scene or a cityscape from 3 perspectives. So I went on the bike trail and I found this giant pile of wood. So I took pictures of the scene with the wood framing it from different angles.
What did you use to make this?
I used pencil to draw in the tree branches and then watercolor to fill in the background. Oh. Took a long time.
Is it 3 pictures put together, or is it one that you just drew?
It's 3 pictures put together.
Huh.
Yep.
Let's look at it.
This one is the first time I ever used watercolors, really. Like, I've used watercolors before, but it's the first time I ever really like experimented with my own style of watercolor, I guess. It was just a random like piece of paper from my sketchbook. So yeah, it's an eye.
Is it somebody's eye in particular?
Yeah, it's my friend's eye.
Oh, that's cool. Is it based off of a picture or just memory?
A picture, yeah. I do most of basically all my work from reference pictures.
Oh, all right.
All right, and this one was for a scholarship that I applied for about a week ago. The scholarship was for a greeting card company, so I thought I'd keep it pretty cheesy. And yeah, that's me and my brother when we were little. I found a picture in an old photo album. I thought it was very greeting card-esque.
All right. And this one, I understand, is your favorite that you've made.
Yeah, this one was the favorite I spoke of earlier. This is Uncle Ewar. His name was Edward, but he took the D's out of his name because he didn't like Democrats. So, yep, Uncle Ewar.
And why don't you remind me about him?
Oh, he lives in San Diego, and he was a hoarder, so my dad and I cleaned out his apartment, and it was an interesting experience.
All right, and this won an award as well?
Yeah, this won first place in the painting category at the art show at RB, and then it also won first place in the 2D artwork, so like of paintings and drawings and stuff.
That's really great.
Yeah.
All right, we've got one more.
Yeah, this one is not a painting. It's stippling, which is a bunch of little dots, and this was for a project over the summer. We had to do a self-portrait, and that's me sleeping, because that's basically all I did over summer. I slept a lot. So I used just every like mark is a dot. It's a lot of dots. It took a solid like 5 hours.
Oh, wow.
And then the back is just a wash, so.
That's really great. All right, so that's all we've got time for. My name is Annabelle Daily. This is Simply Artistic, and thank you to our guest, Sarah Jane. Thank you very much for coming on the show
My
today.
pleasure.
And we will see you next time.